One of the major themes of The Winter's Tale is jealousy. Specifically, in Act 1, we see that Leontes, the king of Sicilia, suspects his wife is having an affair with the king of Bohemia. This sets off a series of events involving, amongst other things, the end of friendships, a murder plot, imprisonment, the death of a young prince, exile, and even a bear attack. In the following, I will talk briefly about the psychology of jealousy. Jealousy, like all emotions, can be thought of as a complex interaction between physical states, what we literally feel when we experience an emotion, mental processes related to the way we appraise a person or situation, and sets of behavioural responses. Jealousy is closely related to envy, but they differ in an important way. Envy involves a desire for something that someone else has, their car or their job or their wife. Jealousy, on the other hand, is a response to a threat, real or imagined, that someone else could take your place in a relationship, either now or at some point in the future. Jealousy often co-occurs with more basic emotions, fear, anger, and sadness. So when someone is experiencing jealousy, they have a mental representation of the relationship between them and a significant other, and they fear that a third person, a rival, will affect or destroy this relationship. And as we see with Leontes in A Winter's Tale, this can lead to anger and also to sadness. We can see the physical effects of experiencing this cocktail of emotions when Leontes says, "Too hot, too hot." He is flushed, his body is shaking, and his heart is racing. These are physical reactions that we typically associate with the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight responses. We can see that Leontes' feelings of jealousy affect his behaviour. He acts irrationally, going to extreme measures to negate this perceived threat by attempting to murder the man that he sees to be his rival. Jealousy is a common emotion and will probably be experienced by anyone in a significant relationship at some time or another. Happily, for most people, the experience of jealousy will not be as extreme as what we see in regards to Leontes. But regardless of the intensity of the feeling, being jealous can hardly be described as a pleasant experience. So if feeling jealousy is unpleasant and can lead to maladaptive behaviours, why do we experience it at all? When trying to understand psychological phenomena, it is often useful to examine the problem from different theoretical perspectives. One way to look at it is from an evolutionary perspective. In this case, it could be argued that jealousy actually has an adaptive utility. Feeling jealous of a potential rival is a strong motivation to remove that rival and thereby increase the likelihood of either passing on genes to offspring or ensuring the continuation of a relationship that maximises the chance of offspring surviving. These sorts of evolutionary explanations are potentially quite useful. However, it is important to remember that humans are social beings and that cultural norms also play a strong role in explaining human behaviour. So we might also look at culturally and historically bound understandings of ideas such as marriage and fidelity and the effect that this has on Leontes. We might consider Leontes' social status as a king and the importance of maintaining the respect of his subjects. Similarly, from a political point of view, we could consider the effects that an affair between the Queen of Sicilia and the King of Bohemia would have on short and long-term trade relations and security within the region. All of these social factors could be plausibly seen to be influencing Leontes' state of mind. You might ask, which one of these perspectives is correct, the evolutionary or the socio-cultural? My answer would be, that's the wrong way to think about it. They don't need to be competing theories, as they are both able to provide some insight into different aspects of the unpleasant but interesting psychological phenomenon that is jealousy.